Yeah, so one thing first though, I was thinking about doing another like mini course like I did, at the end of last year and the beginning, yeah, the end of last year. I did two courses last year in December, and I'm thinking about doing another one. So I have a couple topics. This is why I haven't done it yet, because I have like a couple topics that I've been thinking about doing, but I haven't decided like which one. So I think I will like do a poll to see which ones you guys would be more interested in, and so I'll probably put that up. Mm, Probably today or tomorrow. And then the course will probably be like not next week, maybe. Actually, I probably could do it next week, honestly, just depending. Or the week after. I haven't really decided yet. So yeah. I wanted to talk a little bit about today. Just avoiding counterfeits. And when I'm talking about counterfeits, it's like let's say you're waiting on a promise, like you're waiting for God, God to do something or like a promise from God. What the enemy will do is he'll give you an option that seems very much like what God promised you, but it might be quicker, it might be, more believable. I'm gonna tell you guys like this whole situation. So hold on. And like the thing is though, it might be a good plan, but if it's not a God plan, don't go for it, So let me tell you. So like you guys know, like God's really been dealing with me on like trusting Him in my finances and all this stuff. And it's crazy because now things are kind of like to make sense. Like things are starting to like, okay, I get it now. And so like one of the things God basically told me that He will like as far as like my student debt, He basically told me like how that's gonna like work out. Whatever at my church, we have a declaration that all my bills are paid, all my needs are met, and I have more than enough. And then sometimes when we get real high, we add all my debts are canceled. So I firmly believe that, all my debts, which will be like my student loans, gonna be canceled. I don't care like how, I don't care from who, like I'm not paying that. And so set on that. So like God has already told me kind of like how that might go down or whatever. And so it's crazy because yesterday I got this letter in the mail. It was like a little like a greetings card. And it was basically breaking down like, oh, if you refinance, you only have to pay like a 2% interest, and like over the course of the loan, I'll only have to pay back like $22,000 in like in of that loan. So 22,000. Now mind you, I have I don't even know the exact number. It's quite up there. I have 2 degrees. So and I was out of state for the first one. So yeah, I have a lot of student debt. But the thing is, God already told me how that was going to basically happen. But but then yesterday, the card was telling me, okay, you just do this, this, and this. The steps were really simple. You just pay this much a month, and then like everything else will like be, I don't know, cancel something. I don't know. I didn't really look that hard into it because I started thinking, I was like, oh wow, that's really cool. Like, oh, I should really like look into it. But then I stopped and like, wait a minute, that's not what God said. God didn't say, oh well, you'll have to refinance and then pay the 22,000 and then everything else will be like taken care of. That's not what God told me. And it's crazy because like literally like the enemy was using that moment to like make me want to doubt what God said and like go with what this new offer, just because of the fact that I wasn't like, had I not been alert, had I not been paying attention, I would have thought that would have been like a great plan and would have went with it, and who knows like what would happen as a result. Like might have been tied down to loan payments that God never intended me to pay, or you never know like what could happen, or like, because the thing is, it's crazy though, because like even the payments would have been more than what I'm paying right now. But like, of course, like they were going to cancel like I guess the rest of it. But like right now, the payments would be more. And like, who knows like what God might be preparing me for as far as my finances and what I'll need that money for like in the future. That's crazy. Yeah. So like, if you have a promise that God, something that God has promised you, like something He's revealed to you, basically. One thing's really important to write those things down and have it where you can see it. So then that way, you can remind yourself of what has already been said. And so then that way, when these good, good plans come up or these good, alternatives come up, you won't like go for it because oh wait, that's not what God said though. Like it might be a good thing. Like legit that first part I was looking at it like, man, this is really cool. Like this is really cool. Like let me look into it. But that's not what God told me, and that's not what God revealed to me, and that's not how it's supposed to happen. So don't let those things distract you. Like Like sometimes we, really suffer because like we're impatient, or we really suffer because we really don't have enough faith to really believe that, oh, God can do whatever He said He can do. So when these like counterfeits come up, they're more probable, they'll happen more quickly, and so we're quick to jump on those things. But I just want to encourage you guys, like, no, just hold out. Like it says, what? Yeah, I lost that one. But I was about to tell you one, but I lost it just that quick. Anyways, just just wait on the Lord. Like, just wait on it and wait on the promises, and like just remind yourself of what God has already promised you, because and when it comes to pass, it's gonna be well worth it. So yeah, that's all I got for today, or at least right now. See ya.